Hello again, everybody. I'm Paul the Nitro Scars. Welcome to this month's edition of the Nitro Corner. We got a huge show today. We will look at the results from this past pay-per-view of Payback from this past April, just right after WrestleMania. We'll have our thumbs up, thumbs down segment. We'll talk about it. That'll be all in part one. Part 2, we'll talk about Charlotte. Will she destroy the women's revolution with her title reign? We'll talk about Roman Reigns. Will he ever be respected as champion? We'll talk about probably the most ignored champion today in the WWE, Kalisto. The Vaudevillains. Now that they're number one contenders, they gotta prove themselves. Plus, trivia, time machine, and a big announcement about a huge upcoming June and July right here on the Nitro Corner. So let's begin with the newswire for this week, for this month, and it is Payback. It happened on May 1st of this past year. In the pregame show, Dolph Ziggler defeated Baron Corbin in 8 minutes and 22 seconds. A big win for Dolph, getting a bit of revenge on Baron Corbin. And in the U.S. title matchup, which was a good match, Kalisto defeated Ryback in 10 minutes to retain his United States Heavyweight Championship. Now on to the pay-per-view. The New Day promo featuring the Beyonce reference was absolutely brilliant. Again, another genius promo by the New Day. I'll tell you one thing, they have stepped up to the plate as far as promos go. And most recently with the Time Machine, tremendous. I mean, just great creative stuff that's really groundbreaking in the world of professional wrestling. In the first match, the finals of the number one contenders tag tournament sponsored by Bootios. They make sure you ain't booty. The match between Enzo and Kaz and the Vaudevillains was stopped at 3 minutes 32 seconds as Enzo Amore got injured. He suffered a concussion. We can tell you he'll be out for an undisclosed amount of time. We wish him the best here on the Nitro Corner. But the week after that, it was ruled that the Vaudevillains were awarded the match and are the number one contenders for the tag team titles. More about them in part 2 of the Nitro Corner. Moving on now, Kevin Owens defeated Sami Zayn in 15 minutes and 4 seconds. A great match, probably a match of the year candidate. Both men trying desperately to become better than the other person. It was just a great back and forth battle. Great win for Owens. Like I said, a match of the year candidate as far as I'm concerned. Next, the Intercontinental title on the line as The Miz defeated Cesaro in 14 minutes and 6 seconds after Sami Zayn attacking Owens while Owens was doing commentary at ringside. Like I said, Kevin Owens is the prototype heel of this century. Tremendous work from Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, that distraction cost Cesaro the Intercontinental title against The Miz. Then, in the fourth match, Dean Ambrose defeated Chris Jericho in 18 minutes and 15 seconds. That was a pretty good match. And then, without a doubt, one of the stupidest endings I've ever seen in my life, Charlotte defeating Natalya in 15 minutes and 5 seconds thanks to the Montreal Screwjob ending. Charlotte putting the sharpshooter on Natalya. Referee Little Nate Charles Robinson calls for the bell. Natalya never gave up. Where's the booking in all this? I mean, that is probably the stupidest ending you could have in this business like that. Absolutely ridiculous and cheapens the women's title. I have more about Charlotte in part 2 of the Nitro Corner. And then the main event, Roman Reigns defeated AJ Styles after 2 stoppages of the match. First, AJ got the win on a countout in 11 minutes and 5 seconds. Shane comes up there, restarts the match immediately with no countout. Then Roman Reigns gets himself disqualified in 2 minutes and 10 seconds after a very intentional low blow. Stephanie McMahon comes out there and restarts the match. No disqualification was added, and even though Anderson and Gallows interfered, Roman Reigns used the spear to beat AJ Styles in 7 minutes and 22 seconds. So the total match time is 20 minutes and 45 seconds is the time. I think that AJ Styles felt a little bit screwed by the ending of the matchup. At least I would have taken the count-out loss and proclaimed myself still the #1 contender. And that is your... And also, of course, the McMahon decision. Shane and Stephanie running Raw. No comment. I will not even waste my time with how ridiculous that sounds. No comment. And that is the newswire for this week. Now it's time for thumbs up, thumbs down for this month. Thumbs up, Roman Reigns. Yeah, the match may have restarted once or twice, but bottom line, at the end of the day, Roman Reigns defeated AJ Styles in his first pay-per-view title defense since winning it at WrestleMania 32. Thumbs down, Charlotte. Really? I'll have more about Charlotte in part 2. I'm going to save that for Charlotte. But Charlotte, thumbs down. Thumbs up, AJ Styles. He can lay claim to 2 legitimate victories over Roman Reigns in that title match. And now he's gotten more aggressive. And now at Extreme Rules, which is tonight on pay-per-view, it will be it'll be an Extreme Rules match. By the way, the Nitro Corner is being taped as we speak for tomorrow, which is for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So hope you're enjoying this Nitro Corner on the day of Extreme Rules. Thumbs down to the Dudley Boys. Looks like they're becoming a couple jobbers as far as I'm concerned. Such a sad decline and fall from grace. Thumbs up, Kevin Owens, Match of the Year candidate as far as I'm concerned with him and Sami Zayn. But at the end of the day, Kevin Owens has certainly made his impact. He wants back his Intercontinental Championships. I said before, the prototype rule breaker of this new generation. Thumbs down, Chris Jericho. I guess he got his highlight reel back, but he wants to have his cake and eat it too by attacking Dean Ambrose on Raw the day after the Payback pay-per-view. Chris, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Why don't you go back on the Hard Rock Tour or something, please? Thumbs up to Natalya. This close to winning the Women's Championship, only to be screwed in the end by Charlotte. I'll have more about her in part 2. I'm talking about Charlotte. Thumbs down, Steph and Shane. Really? No comment. It is not going to work. No comment. Big thumbs up to Big Cass. He's really stepping up to the plate as a singles performer after Enzo Amore's injury. Big Cass certainly now making a name for himself in the singles division here in the WWE. Thumbs down to The Miz. This is not Hollywood Miz. You're not going to outdo the Kardashians or outdo any of the A-list Hollywood stars. Give it a rest, will you please? And learn how to wrestle with your Intercontinental title, please. Enough of the Hollywood crap. Well, that's it for thumbs up, thumbs down for this month. Well, that's it for part 1 of the Nitro Corner. When we come back on part 2 of the Nitro Corner, I'll have my thoughts on Charlotte, Roman Reigns, Kalisto, and the Vaudevillains, plus 2 more trivia questions in trivia time and our time machine. Stay tuned. Plus, of course, our big announcement. Let me not forget that. For June and July, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.